Hey guys, quick video today for people wondering what is the difference between R and RStudio. It can be pretty confusing as a new user. You're told you're going to be learning R and then your advisor tells you to install not only R but also RStudio and doesn't really explain what the differences between these two software pieces are and why you need both of them. So today we're going to work it all out and give you a bit of an intuition about what's going on here. So first up, I'm just going to open up R by itself, and I'm going to open up in the command line, which I've set it to work on my computer, just so we can look at it in its most raw form. So I'm going to open up r.exe, and we see we have R in the command line. And all we can do is type in little questions, and it will give us answers. What is 1 + 1? It's 2, apparently. Or we could do fancy stuff. We could say, open up the library corpus, and do a correlation matrix on the dataset mtcars. No worries, you can do that in the command line. The limitation of working directly in the command line like this is if you're working on a really big project, say that has thousands of lines of code, and you need thousands of lines of code, not just because you're terrible at programming and you're doing really convoluted stuff, but because it's a big project, then it's absolutely impractical to be typing those thousands of lines of code directly into the command line because you're gonna lose where you're at, every time you open up the command line, you're gonna have to start again. And so what people do, or what people have done historically, is just type into a notepad and then copy it across. So we could do our exact same program of doing a correlation matrix on mtcars in a notepad, and then we could copy and paste that answer across. Great. We now could be doing a large project like this. I mean, it's not the most elegant thing in the world though, because we've got these two windows here and one of them's a notepad. And that's where RStudio comes in. It's just basically a really, really fancy notepad. So let's open it up and have a little look. So when we open up RStudio, we see we get the console again. So let's actually just reset that console so we can make it look similar. R.exe. You can see that there's actually this little command line version of R embedded in RStudio that lives down here. And in addition, we have script files, or if you don't have one open, let's just close that and start one. You can go new file, RScript. There's your notepad. So let's drag our notepad in. And the main trick that you get in RStudio is stuff that you write in your notepad, you can send directly down into the console without stuffing around with copy and pasting. So I could say, let's just do my script again, library corpus, correlation matrix on mtcars. I can highlight that and then hold down Control and press Enter. It does the copying and pasting for me, so it sends it directly down there. And that's a really powerful and simple way to use R. So while we are using two pieces of software simultaneously, you end up getting a much more cohesive experience by using RStudio. And not only that, you get loads of other bells and whistles in RStudio. So it will help you format your code. It will tell you when you've done errors. Sometimes it will help you debug. And it also has little windows for plots and HTML viewers. So for instance, we can do a super quick plot. I'll do a super quick ggplot. So library ggplot2, ggplot, we'll just do it on mtcars, and I'll map X to be horsepower and Y to be fuel efficiency or miles per gallon. And then I'll say, add in some dots, some points, make it a scatter plot. And you can see now RStudio has created a little plot for me and put it in a handy window that's tucked away. And then if I need to minimize it, I can. So yeah, RStudio, fancy notepad, a few bells and whistles to make life interesting, theming so you can code in pink. It's a great time. All right, thanks guys. If you like this video, give it a like, help other people find it, or if you want more of this content, subscribe and I'll let you know when I've made something new. Cheers.